It's time for the Fantasy Football Guys. Get ready to call. It's the Saturday Q&A show. Here they are, Lyle Conkeal and Kevin Moore, the Fantasy Football Guys.
Yeah, we are the Fantasy Football Guys. I'm Kevin.
Lyle.
And it is Saturday. It's the call-in show. We are excited. It's our favorite show of the week.
It is.
The bad part about this show is when the season's over, we end this show.
We do.
Yeah.
But the other shows, postseason shows are fun too.
Yeah, we like those.
And there's no reason we can't open up the phone lines if somebody wants to call in.
That we can do that on a
minutes.
Wednesday.
We can do it.
We can do it. Anyway, so make sure you check out Buzz's Barbecue. Buzz'sBBQ.com. Cool flavors, awesome sauces.
He sent me a picture.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Of?
Yesterday of new sauces being created.
Awesome.
In the vat. Yeah, it looked really good.
That's special.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Did he tell you what the flavors were?
Yeah, it was apple something and I don't remember.
Apple something and I don't remember. Well,
yeah. He put them in there though. I could pull it up, but
all right.
It's my other email.
I see. Okay, let's see. Coming up in just a little bit. Well, actually, let's do it now. We have callers already. So if you want to get in on the action, 650-733-8334 is Yo number to call. We haven't talked to this dude in a while, but it's always a pleasure. Let's talk to Richard in Florida. What's going on, Richard?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Having a good day. I'm walking.
Yeah.
I'm walking with the wife. We just dropped the car off at Pep Boy, and you can hear the cars in the background. Hopefully I won't hit today.
Yeah, it sounds like you're standing next to a highway.
Yeah, I'm on the drag, the main drag that gets you to the beach.
I see. Well, good for you. We're sitting here freezing our asses off in Delaware. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was cold.
I know. You're welcome, bro. I got to remind you.
Yeah, that's true. What's going on
Yeah,
today, brother?
This is the deal. I've got three. What is it? Okay, 4 wide as I can start. Okay, I'm starting OBJ, of course.
Yeah.
And I got in the lineup right now. I've got Cobb, Ty Montgomery, Williams, and that's it right there, right? But my 2 bench spots are, I've got, oh my gosh, I hate when I do this. I have, Cook and J.J. Nelson on my bench. So on Cobb, Williams, and Montgomery, should I leave those guys in there like it is? I'm looking at the matchups. I'm trying to play matchups.
I would want to try. I want to find a way to wedge Cooks in there somehow.
Yeah. Probably over.
Put Montgomery in the running back.
Probably over Williams. I mean, I get why you would want to bench Cooks because he's playing Denver, but that offense is just too good. I can't. I wouldn't bench Thomas either against Denver. There's no way.
Yeah.
They're just playing too well. So I would play Cooks over Williams.
Okay.
So you
Cobb is doing good.
Yeah.
And
Cobb did okay in the second half last week. He wasn't even in the first half. So
that's the hard thing there. I had Cobb on the bench, and then they reported that he's at full practice. And then what's it? J.J. Nelson, his ACL is not here properly. So I was like, what's going to happen there? You know?
Yeah,
You're not J.J. Nelson. Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson.
Oh, okay. So you got Jordy on the bench.
ACL doesn't appear properly. So
yeah.
I'm skeptical there.
I think I'm with Lyle. I think I might sit Williams and put Cooks in. I mean, Cooks is just too good to sit.
So, but hear me out here. I don't really care about Nelson's knee not being 100%. He still led the team in targets, receptions, and yards last week. I would play him. I would play him over everybody else. So for me, it would be Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, and then Brandon Cooks. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Okay. All righty, guys.
All right, man.
All right,
take care.
All right, have a good day, Rich.
Hey, listen, enjoy. I'm going to try my best. Keep up the good work, guys. You do awesome.
All right, thanks
take
a
care.
lot. We'll see you, man. Bye. Man, that was rough.
It was.
It's like stand next to a highway and call a radio show.
Hey, why not?
You got to do what you got to do, right?
You do.
Let's see. Let's go to Tom in Pittsburgh, I believe. Let's talk to Tom. Hey, what's going on in Pittsburgh, man?
Just cold. What's going on, boys?
Oh, just living the dream on a sunny Saturday.
Yeah, indeed. What was he in? Jumping out of an airplane or something?
Yeah. I think he was in the median or something.
I think he was actually in the road. Yeah.
If you're listening to us there, you got to turn it down because we can hear us through your call.
It's like some weird Inception thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Inception. I was just going to say that. All right, well, here we go. This week, it's a receiver quandary, if you will. I have two spots between Allen Robinson, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, and J.J. Nelson. So I need to start two. I started Steve Smith the other night, so we have three receivers and a flex. So I've already used one of my receiver spots. So I'm just deciding between those four guys for two spots.
So Diggs is certainly one of them. The question for me is Adams or Robinson? Man, I want to believe in Allen Robinson.
I would like to believe. I feel like Mulder with the poster in his office that says "I want to believe."
Yeah,
but I just can't yet.
Right.
But I do believe in Devontae Adams' production, which is out of this world.
Right.
Right.
Robinson's good too, though.
Yeah,
he gets 70 yards a game. He scored last week.
Are we having issues with our website?
I don't know. Is it down?
I can't reach our notes for the week.
I'll fix it.
Okay. I was going to look at numbers and stuff, but Devontae Adams, as far as I know, let me go in this way. I'll find stats a different way so I can speak somewhat intelligently. I know it's difficult for you guys to have me try to speak intelligently because it doesn't happen often. Especially when I'm in Lyle's presence. It hurts. It does.
Yeah.
He kind of drags down the average,
Yeah. I bring stupid to the room.
So if you look at the last 3 weeks, guys scored 2 touchdowns in one and had a 0 touchdown and then a touchdown in the last game. But the dude's targets are out of this world. 16 targets, 14 targets, 8 targets. Plus, he's putting up at least, 132, 74, 41 in the last 3. So,
right.
I really want to put Devontae Adams in there. So for me, I would be comfortable with Diggs and Adams. I would want to go with, I think.
Yeah, I think I agree with Kevin.
Yeah, it just hurts. Allen Robinson, he's getting the targets too. It's just Bortles has been so bad.
He has been bad. Their running game sucks, which isn't helping.
Yeah,
just
doesn't feel right sitting him on the bench. But it's like you can't. Like last year, you could depend on them losing, but at least putting up big fantasy numbers. But this year they're still losing and not putting up the fantasy numbers.
Yeah.
Well, I think the reason they were putting up fantasy numbers is that they were losing, but Bortles was actually able to produce. But last couple of weeks, Robinson's like 70 and 76 yards. Did have a week last week where he had 7 catches for a touchdown and 76 yards. But really, those outings have been few and far between. He hasn't really even approached 100 except for 1 week. Right. And that was last week. So
and Houston's been solid against the pass too.
Yeah.
I mean, all year long they've been up or around the top 1 or 2, pass defenses all year. So, all right, I just wanted to make sure I was on the right track. That's who I had in there, but I just wanted some confirmation, I guess.
Well, we can't guarantee you're on the right track. You're just on the same track we're on.
Right, which might be real bad.
Yeah. Well, as always, I appreciate it, boys, and good luck to you.
Yeah,
all
take
right,
care,
thanks
man.
a lot. Have a good weekend, man.
Houston currently third
You too, guys.
See you.
Bye.
against fantasy wide receivers, Kevin.
Yeah, which doesn't really bode well for
sure
Robinson and crew. Let's see, 650-733-8334, the number to call to get in here with us. So let's right now go to Ohio and talk to Brent. What's going on, Brent?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Swell.
Fab.
And I'm really psyched that there are no audio issues with your call.
Yeah, in fact, it's great.
Yeah, no, I'm in a nice, quiet house. It's all good.
We're starting to think it was us for a minute.
I know. It's amazing. What can we do for you, man?
So I've just got a streaming quarterbacks issue. I just want you guys to put your 2 cents in.
All right.
So I've narrowed it down to 6 choices. Okay, so we got Cutler, Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins, Kaepernick, Keenum, or Bortles?
No, definitely not Bortles.
Yeah, I know Lyle's
Wasn't planning on it.
got the wood for Keenum this week, and he has had a stiffy for Cousins in the past.
He's playing Minnesota, though.
Yeah,
A
so
little bit different.
and Kaepernick is playing Denver this week, which isn't a good look. I think Kaepernick's playing Denver.
No,
right?
New Orleans playing Denver.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Playing Arizona.
Almost as bad.
So,
Yeah, not great.
yeah, I mean, honestly, it's probably going to sound really funny, but
I'm going to take Keenum.
I think it's Jay Cutler.
Ooh, what?
They're playing Tampa, man.
Cutler?
I mean, I don't hate Keenum. I really don't. Kevin's right. I do like him a lot this week. And Cutler isn't great, but Tampa is the 29th ranked team against quarterbacks, man. 20 points a game.
Let's see what Cutler's done since his return.
Keenum's playing the 22nd. Oh, he's terrible. He's terrible.
Yeah, so let's see. Well, actually, yeah, he is. Good God. Yard-wise, he's like 252, but then he only has one touchdown. He's got yeah, it's not good.
You were like, actually, yeah.
That was all in one game against Minnesota, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So you look at the weapons that Cutler has at his disposal, and it's Alshon Jeffrey, and I don't know if Eddie Royal's going to be back this week or
I
not,
think
but
Jordan Howard's probably a weapon. Too.
Jordan Howard's he's fine, but he's not. He doesn't really contribute to the passing game that much.
Fair enough.
And the Meredith kid is okay. If Eddie Royal's back, then I feel a little more confident in Cutler. But really, I think he's floating to the top of the pile of poo. Frankly,
It is those streaming quarterbacks. Yeah, yeah. It's not it's not a good thing, man. But what are you going to do with that stack? You have to roll the dice somewhere.
Yeah,
It's a terrible stack.
Well, that's what you get. That's kind of what happens when you stream quarterbacks. You're going to have weeks like this where nobody's matchup is great, and none of your options are great. Yeah, he is, but he himself not great.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it is. But I think I agree with Lyle that he's got a connection with Jeffrey, and Jeffrey's healthy, and the matchup is good. So, if you're looking for a reason to start a guy, he has more pluses than minuses. The big minus, of course, being that he is him.
Right. Yeah. He wakes up with that Jay Cutler dome every day.
Yeah, he does.
Poor guy. Straps on his insulin pump and goes to work.
and having his big stack of cash.
Well, that probably doesn't hurt. Yeah.
Plus, he's not a bad-looking guy, so he's got things going for him.
That's your thing?
No, I mean I can recognize a good-looking human being of any gender. So yeah, he's
got a punchable face, dude.
So do you.
Yeah, but I don't have to look at mine. You do. I don't know how you contain yourself.
It's difficult. It's real difficult. If I could reach you now, I'd probably slug you. Anyway,
but you can't.
I can't, so it's good for both of us. All right, Brent, so you got to witness that little exchange. Good for you. Did we answer your question?
Yeah, you nailed it. Thanks. I already had Cutler in my lineup, so you guys just confirmed what I had was already leaning towards. So.
Excellent.
All right, thank you guys very much.
That's great. Thanks. Thank you, and good luck in Ohio today with whatever it is you do.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, man. See you later.
All right, bye.
Yeah, there we go. Brent in Ohio. I think have we talked to Brent before?
I don't know. We talked to so many people. I wish I could remember them all, but I can't.
I would like to. Tim is in Florida. Let's talk to Tim. Apparently, Tim has a flex question. We like flex questions. Tim, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Living the dream, bro.
So, that's great. I'm kind of on cloud nine right now, too. I wound up doing some things I'm not proud of, but I got Jordan Howard at running back.
This is about football. I was hoping you were calling the correct show here. I've done some things I'm not proud of, Dr. Laura. Anyway, go ahead.
This is a confessional. I'm sorry, but hey, I got to confess my fantasy football sins to somebody.
Okay,
I guess it might as well.
As long as they're fantasy football related, don't tell me that you dressed up as a clown and went on a murder spree last night. I don't want that. I'm unconscious, man.
Yeah.
Don't put that on my head.
I'll talk about that next week.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough. Block his number.
All right. So I wound up getting Jordan Howard, and I started Corey Coleman. Made that mistake this week. I thought he was going to blow up like he did. The first time he played Baltimore, not so much. So Doug Martin is possibly going to come back this week. And, I know that I usually don't like to start a guy the first game after the injury, but, I'm kind of projected to lose right now. So I'm wondering who has more upside, Jordan Howard or Doug Martin?
Well, the problem is Doug Martin is a game time decision, so it gets really weird. They both play at the same time, though, so you could swap him out, pretty quickly. The thing is, him coming back from injury, I would not expect too much from him. If he was healthy, I would totally say Doug Martin. But he could be limited, right? He could tweak something pregame, and they don't really say something, and then he gets
not
out
just
there.
that, but guys who come back from not doing
They're a little
football
rusty.
workouts for weeks. I mean, I worry about these guys' Achilles tendons because
Right.
that's always the thing that goes. Those and hammies. So I'm a little wary of plugging a guy in directly from the injury list to my starting roster.
Yeah. They're playing each other, so that's fun. But I would definitely play Jordan Howard.
Yeah, I would too. Now, you may regret
Okay,
it, but, everything points to, Doug Martin being brought back slowly.
Sure, yeah, and that's the thing. I just wanted to run it by you guys. It's just I've had him. He's been sitting on my bench all season, and I've just been anxious to play him. But again, I don't want to. I don't want to prematurely bring him back and just completely lay an egg. I don't want to have a mess on my hands and go to below 500. So okay, that's fine.
Well,
another question I had about Doug Martin, I'm like, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say that you're projected to lose, but those are based on questionable projection. People are saying, he's going to score this many points. I would never pay attention to that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you're chasing dynamite there. So it doesn't matter if you're projected.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're projected to lose, who cares? It's like you put your best lineup in, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Those things are
Okay,
BS.
and one more question I got about my keeper league. I got. Would you start or would you start someone like Jimmy Graham over someone like Martin? It's a standard league.
for the same exact reason, yes.
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
plus Jimmy Graham's been playing really
Right, he's
well.
been playing well, but I'm just saying, like, normally I wouldn't start Jimmy Graham over a
over a running back.
a
Right.
starting running back, especially this year. But yeah,
Yeah, but like you said. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and the last question I got for you guys: what are you guys thinking about with Carson Wentz a dynasty? I mean, I've got him, but I actually benched him for Flacco, and it paid off. Flacco had actually a decent game for once, and I just want to know what you guys think long term about Wentz, because he's really just kind of underperforming these last couple of weeks.
He is,
And you
but-
guys are both Philly fans,
Yeah.
so what do you
So
think?
here's what you have to realize: kid's a rookie, man. He's good. We got used to him the first 3 games looking really good, but that's not the case. He's not ready for the game yet. He's just not there. He's going to make mistakes. Long term, yeah, I think he's going to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, you look what's happened since, when he played those first 3 games really well.
Really well.
What was there? Lane Johnson was there on the right.
Yep.
And they didn't have to shuffle the line to account for him. Plus, they've had injuries in the line.
And his receivers caught the freaking ball,
right.
too.
So if you have time to throw and you're not, automatically having a guy in your face who's trying to tackle you, that kind of, that rattles Tom Brady,
Yeah.
let alone a rookie. So, long term, I think he'll be fine. He's making reads. He's good in the offense. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a very good quarterback, but I don't think he's going to be a monster fantasy person. Like, I think he'll probably be like Brady was, his first 5 or 6 years before he got Moss. Remember, he wasn't a huge fantasy star, a great
He wasn't,
quarterback.
yeah.
But he would drop
Yeah.
250 and 2 touchdowns, stuff
Right.
like that. He wasn't putting up Breeze numbers.
Right.
Until he got Moss, really.
But since then, he's kind of been between the
Yeah.
two.
Oh yeah, he has his game certainly, and he did back then. But my point is that he wasn't the first quarterback off the board, or even the 5th.
Right.
When we were drafting back then, it was always Brett Favre or Drew Brees. You know what I mean?
Manning was in there.
Manning,
Yeah.
right? The guys are putting up monster numbers. So I think that Wentz will fall into that category of a mediocre fantasy guy, but a good football quarterback.
Right, it's a West Coast offense, which
Right.
is what the Patriots played in Tom Brady's early years,
Right.
was a variation of the West Coast.
Yep.
So if you look at, I think Peterson's turning out to be a really good play designer. I don't know if he's better than Andy Reid at this point. Obviously, Reid's been at it for a lot longer, but I really like the way Peterson play designs, and he puts Wentz in a position to succeed. And he goes downfield, except for that one Dallas game. So I think he's going to be fine. And I doubt that he's going to be putting up 400 yards
No.
of Breeze or Favre type numbers. But I think he'll be one of those steady Eddie guys like we talk about.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. All right. The last thing I wanted to mention to you guys is I don't know if you know about the experts. You know, like you look at the expert rankings, but you guys do substantially better than a lot of guys.
We?
I think you guys have actually done better than Matt Berry on like.
Well, that's not hard to do, man.
And well, but the point is that like that guy makes a decent amount of money doing what he does, and he's wrong a lot of the time.
I think decent
So
is modest.
I just want to say that you. Wait, what?
I think decent is being modest. I think he makes a whole lot of money.
He makes an S ton of money.
Yeah,
he's a multimillionaire, dude.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
it's like watching the news, and you don't always get an accurate story. You usually get it from some like blogger or something like that. So you guys are kind of like, I don't know. I just like what you guys have been doing the last couple of years. You guys have kind of decentralized the whole fantasy football environment. Guys like you and guys like Cecil Lammy and Sigmund Bloom over Football Guys, and
we actually
you guys
did a
are
joint.
right, and you guys are.
We actually did a joint show with those
whatever
guys
you
one
guys
time.
are doing.
yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man,
I'm sorry,
appreciate it.
go ahead.
We actually did a joint show with
Yeah.
Football Guys one time before.
Yeah.
For a charity drive.
It was a
wasn't
charity thing.
Yeah.
I think we were all on Blog Talk Radio
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
time or
yeah.
something, and I was
Yeah, we talked to Cecil.
Cecil
And Sigmund.
and Sigmund. Yeah. Anyway, that was
Anyway.
cool. The
well,
thing
thank
about
you very much.
Barry
Yeah.
is, dude, is that he had a big website when fantasy was first becoming popular, and they grabbed him. It's not like he's the most camera friendly looking face, but he's certainly better looking than us. But the thing is
Well,
that
he has a face for radio.
he does.
So do we.
And so do we, dude, believe me. So the thing is, he's there, and he makes the calls that he makes, and he has a staff of people who give him information, and he makes those calls. Our stuff is just we look at stats, and we go by feel, and, we're right some of the time. So
Yeah, and the other thing is,
Yeah.
I think that a lot of those shows try to be entertainment, right? Kevin and I don't. And this is what either makes or breaks us, right? So people either love us or hate us because we're unprofessional, because we're just having a conversation, because we make mistakes. You know what I mean? So I think when you get into the business of being actual entertainment and having to get ratings and all that kind of stuff, it's going to change your entire show around. I would bet $1 million that Matthew Berry is not like that when he's off camera. Like, you hang out with him in his living room and drink a beer. He's probably totally reasonable and cool. You know what I mean? And we could probably
I doubt that Fabiano is.
Well, man, maybe not Fabiano. He probably wears
Well, but that's the
ascots
thing.
all day.
The good thing is that you guys are out there, because if I just relied on him every week, I don't know. I'd probably be like, I'd have like 2 wins at this point. So I appreciate you guys and everybody else out there that has shows like this, because again, the experts, quote unquote, are, it's like they're like weathermen, So I just wanted to say thanks.
Well,
I appreciate
that, buddy.
I like that a lot, Tim.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
All right. Well, have a wonderful day.
I wouldn't be caught dead with you in public, but I do like your show.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
right.
I can appreciate
All right, you
that.
guys take care of yourself.
All right.
And I'm sure I'll call next week.
Sounds
All right,
good,
buddy.
Tim.
Take
Thanks,
care.
man. Wouldn't be
Tim.
caught dead with us in public.
Tim sharing the feels.
That's that was great. I wouldn't be caught dead.
Do
with
you
us in
think? Do
public.
you think Fabiano's got an ascot? I think he's got an ascot collection. He doesn't just have one.
I
Right?
don't
He's got
know, dude.
several.
You
He's like Fred from Scooby Doo.
And what, you know what's really annoying to me? And we can go off a little bit because we have time. Hell, it's our show. I watch occasionally the not fantasy pros, but the fantasy talk live or whatever on NFL Network when I
Yeah,
come
I've seen
home.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Adam Rank. It's Fabiano.
Uh-huh.
It's there's a woman on it, and she's actually really good. I kind of like her input.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. But
I
yeah,
can't
she is
either.
good.
And I think sometimes MJD pops in, and there's sometimes another guy, and it's somewhat annoying because they kind of do it like a morning talk show, like it's like Kelly Ripa type talk show.
I've seen it.
They bring people in on Skype, and it's like, hey, who do you? Yeah, it's very entertainmenty, and it's
It is.
really annoying. And Fabiano's on it, and he's really annoying.
Kevin hates Fabiano.
He's so obvious, dude. Start Brett Favre. He's my start of the week. Really? You think if I have Brett Favre, I don't know to start friggin' Brett Favre?
Yeah. Well, the other thing is those guys don't like to make deep rolls because
They don't
they're
like being wrong.
Right.
See, we don't mind being wrong.
I know I'm gonna be wrong. See, I think the first step it's like an addiction. The first step is admitting that you suck.
Right. See, we say we're mediocre all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see what Kevin in Boston thinks. So, Kevin in Boston, do we suck or what? What's going on?
You guys are definitely mediocre.
All right.
At best,
At
yeah.
best.
That's,
All right.
that's cool.
That is fair.
We're okay with that. So what's going on in Beantown, man?
Just the Patriots these days. You know how that is.
Yeah, that must be awful.
Yeah, it must be terrible watching your team be the best team in football.
All the time.
Ever. Since
you
were a child.
And having the GOAT. Don't forget about the GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
We know about the GOAT.
Yeah. Did you call just to gloat about your goat?
Go ahead.
No. Go for it.
He's asking if you're gloating about your goat. You have two goats, because I think Belichick is up there, too.
You could argue that Kraft might be the best owner as
Can't
well.
have one without the other.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Can't have the peanut butter without the jelly.
All right. Well, now we're really depressed, Kevin. What do you want, man?
Yeah. The hell you want?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. So, a couple of quick questions. Standard 12-team league. We don't have a flex. We have 3 wideouts. I had Eddie Lacy and DeMarco Murray as my running backs, Ryan Matthews as my backup, quote-unquote, third running back. With Lacy going down, I've been running with Ryan Matthews, and then, of course, the news comes out last week that Mr. Sproles is going to be getting the bulk of the carries.
Has been.
And, of course, in my league, he has been. But as soon as it became, quote-unquote, official, everybody in my league goes out and grabs him, and now I'm stuck with Mr. 6 points a week.
Right.
Yep.
So I went out and I did get Starks, and I went out and grabbed that kid Jackson from Green Bay, but of course Jackson's been doing nothing. And I've been waiting for Starks to come back, but although I don't really put a lot of faith in him either.
I wouldn't.
I also went out and got that guy. Right, exactly. And I went out and got that boy Jawan Harris. So here's my question. Is it Matthews, is it Jawan Harris, or is it Starks?
Boy, that is a...
Can I just say no?
Yeah.
I wish I could, but I do need one.
All
right, let's see. You still there, Kev?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am still here, yep.
Okay.
This is really gross.
I don't think it's Matthews. This is actually really, really tough. I think Jawan Harris is a guy that maybe floats to the top of this. I don't really have. It's the whole thing of a guy coming off of injury. I really want to see him play and play well before I really want to throw him in. The thing about Harris is I really don't trust the offense, to be sure, and I really don't trust the quarterback. That all being said, last week he had a great game, 59 yards on 10 carries and 83 yards, 5 catches, had a touchdown. So if they're going to use him in that way, and it wasn't just a matchup against New Orleans, like everybody does well against New Orleans, then I'm cool with plugging him in. But it's the whole thing. One game doesn't make a trend. So what are your thoughts, dude? Would you go Harris, or would you hope that Matthews can catch fire this week?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I know for a fact that Matthews will touch the football.
Yeah.
Right? So he's not great, but I think he's got a better shot of scoring than Jawan Harris does. I just do. He scored in 2 straight games.
Right.
Right? He didn't touch the ball that much. He had 5 carries last week against the Giants. Only caught 1 pass. Was not good.
Right. So last week his fantasy points would be 7.5.
Right. It's not good.
Right. So, and that's based on if you
we have 2 games of data on Harris.
Right. So,
we have 2 games, and in those 2 games, even last week when he performed really well, he had he had 16 touches or 15 touches.
Right.
And he played a lot, but I don't know that we can guarantee that's going to happen again.
Well, there's no guarantees on any of it. It's you try to identify which guy has more upside.
I'm trying. I'm trying, dude.
Against Atlanta, does Ryan Matthews have more upside than what's his dome does? Than
well,
Jawan
the Falcons
Harris
are 21st against fantasy running backs, and the Cardinals are 5th. That makes it even more complicated because I was leaning Harris, but now I'm like, Dude, it's a guy we don't know how many times he's going to touch the football, and now he's playing the 5th-ranked Cardinals.
And Kaepernick's his quarterback.
Yeah.
And they're on the road.
I play Ryan Matthews. I play Ryan Matthews.
Yeah,
I think that sealed it for me.
Yeah, I'd love to play Harris, but I just don't see him as somebody we can pick. Now, do you pick Starks over Matthews?
No. Starks isn't even good when he's healthy.
Well, yeah, he is, but he's good as a change of pace back. He's not good as a plug in and try to get points out of him.
I'm just going to say no.
Well,
yeah, he's okay, but he's got a really low ceiling.
I agree with that. If he came back and he was going to be the 20 touch a game guy, fine. He may be that, but we don't know.
Maybe.
We don't know. I mean, it still may be Ty Montgomery today,
Yeah.
So all that being said, it's the piece of goo that's Ryan Matthews floating to the top of this here cesspool.
That giant turd.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to call him that, but
why?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. You got to call a turd a turd.
Well, that's lipstick on a pig.
So we're going with Matthews, under duress.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's kind of where I'm at this point myself. But I just said, let me bounce it off you guys and see what you think. And one last question. Earlier, I had said it was a 3-wide receiver league. Currently, I'm running Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Cooks, and Jarvis Landry. On Liz Lose's suggestion a couple of weeks back, I picked up that kid J.J. Nelson, and I had to start him because I had a bye. He performed very well. That 1 week, I think he had 70 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yep, he's good.
Do I swap out Nelson for either Brandon Cooks and Landry? I'm concerned about Brandon Cooks because he's supposed to be the number 1 guy, but this kid Mike Thomas, every week he just seems to get better and better and better.
Yeah, he's the new
Brandon Cooks
he's the new Beckham.
Secondary guy.
Well, he may end up being your guy anyway because Jarvis Landry is questionable right now. He banged up his shoulder in practice, so you may have to play him anyway. But if Landry is a go, I would not sit Brandon Cooks at all.
No, I wouldn't either. Here's the thing, whether or not Brandon Cooks is the number 1, quote unquote, number 1 receiver there, dude. Last week he caught 6 for $143 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So whether he's designated number 1 and number 2, that's number 1 fantasy production to be sure. What are you doing?
Dude, my chair all the air just came out of it. Look at me.
Oh, that's awesome. Cooks has thrown up a couple stinkers. He had a 13-yard game against Atlanta. I mean, those happen. It happens to Antonio Brown that he doesn't do well every week. So, I wouldn't pull Cooks out, even though the matchup is a little hinky this week. I would still roll with Cooks.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was at too. Like I said, the whole Jarvis Landry thing too. It does depend on him, but
yeah, you might end up playing him anyway if Landry's out.
If Landry is healthy, your suggestion is keep Landry in that lineup.
Yes. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah. It may be painful, but it's probably the right go.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Kevin. Have a good day, man.
I really appreciate it. You guys are great. I've listened to you guys for forever, probably since 2010 at this point.
Wow, that was a long time, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk soon.
All right, gentlemen. Keep up the good work.
All right, thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
See you. These people calling from cars
outside of an airplane. I'm pretty sure he was doing stunts on the new Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, he was hanging from the plane. No, Tom, you hang on this way. Hey, but they're calling. That's all we can ask for. We like calls.
I do like calls.
All right, so let's take another one. Before we do that, though, we really kind of need to say, we're not going to tell you anything you don't know, but of course, this fantasy season has been injuries, pulled hammies, concussion protocols. It's been brutal.
It has. And Kevin's sleeper picks, they're still snoozing.
You know what? I have a bunch of sleeper picks, and most of them are still sleeping. But it's not too late to save your season and win huge cash prizes at DraftKings.com.
Playing at DraftKings means no season-long commitments.
You will no longer have to worry about injuries and combing the waiver wire at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's because every week's a brand new season at DraftKings.
Pick your contest, draft your team, and follow the action live.
Or try those 50-50 contests out where top half of all entries win cash.
Even if your current fantasy team stinks, you can still win huge cash prizes at DraftKings.com.
That's right. Don't wait. Start your new season at DraftKings now.
Use promo code GUYS, GUYS, and play free with your first deposit.
That's code GUYS, GUYS, to play free for your share of over $1 million in total prizes this weekend.
Only at DraftKings.com. Eligibility restrictions may apply. See the website for details.
Cool. We got 2 of those today?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
So you'll be hearing about DraftKings again.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to Mike in Colorado. See what's going on. Mike, what's up, man?
Morning, sirs. Quick flex question for you. Half-point keeper, should I run Doug Baldwin, Julian Edelman, or J.J. Nelson?
Well, then.
I really hate that people are asking us about J.J. Nelson so much.
Yeah, well, he had a week, man.
I know, but now I'm in a position where I'm probably going to be sitting him a lot. So it was Baldwin, Nelson. Who was the middle guy?
Edelman.
All right.
You said it's a PPR?
Half-point.
Half-point, okay.
So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sitting Nelson. It's between Baldwin and Edelman for me.
Yeah, it is for me as well.
The fact that, I don't know, man.
Well, Edelman doesn't have the best matchup this week, but that hardly matters. I mean,
yeah,
really,
Seattle's 8th, and and New England's 6th.
Yeah,
so it's bad for both of them.
It's just a matter of which quarterback do you like best, really, and if it comes to that, it's got to be the GOAT.
Still, Edelman's only got 17 targets in his last 3 games, where Baldwin has 20. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go Edelman.
I would probably go Edelman,
it's
too.
It's really, really close, which is probably why you're calling us to begin with, but I would definitely go with Edelman.
Yeah. Watch. J.D. Nelson's going to torch the sky this week.
Mediocre advice.
Quite welcome, sir.
You're welcome, and we're more than willing to hand out mediocre advice anytime you need it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, think about it.
All right, thanks, man. See you later.
I've reached middle-aged with middle success, so I'm qualified to give middling advice.
Yeah, see, I think I'm at the back end of middle age, right? At 53? Is that pretty much the back end of middle age?
No. I would say mid-60s probably is.
Yeah, really? I guess, I
mean, people are really
65
vibrant.
is the new 50.
Yeah, they're, in their 60s.
Would you describe me as vibrant?
No. No. That would be like describing a slug as vibrant.
Well, I'm full of life.
You are full of something.
Fair enough.
Excrement, perhaps?
See, that's harsh.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think it's that harsh.
Derek in New York. Let's see what's going on with
Derek. I
Derek.
could have said shit.
You could have.
What's going on?
Derek, what's up, man?
Going on, fellas? How's everything?
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here being insulted by my podcast partner, but it's all good. It's all right.
That's good. Sounds like fun. I have a little something. So Thursday night I started Flacco, which I know you guys said not to start Flacco starting somebody else, but I had to give Flacco a chance. He gave me 26 points. And I started Mike Wallace as well. He gave me 9 points.
Yeah,
nice.
So I got 36 points already.
That's cool. Listen, my standard play is to not play Flacco.
Yeah, I mean,
he just doesn't put up big numbers. He had a good game though,
and sometimes circumstances make you do things that don't necessarily make sense, but it worked out. So Flacco, good job.
Yeah, because I had David Carr on the bye, so there was no way I was going to pick up Carson Wentz. I was scared of Wentz. I was scared of Cutler. I was scared of all of them. I know you guys say Flacco was a scary pick, but I had to give it a chance, and it kind of worked out.
Cool.
But I'm having trouble with my running back. I have trouble with my wide receiver as a PPR league. I have Ingram, Blount, and Thompson from Washington Redskins.
Chris Thompson. Mm-hmm.
One should I put them on the bench?
So we got to sit one.
Yes.
Yeah, I would sit Chris Thompson in a super flash heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, even when he could have had the opportunity to start, it was Rob Kelly, and the announcers who were meeting with the coach that week said, really Gruden said that, he wants to play Chris Thompson more, but he's just not built to be a heavy-duty back. So he's always going to be a change of pace back. He's always going to be a third down guy. So, those are really the kind of numbers you can always expect from that guy, and at least in the immediate future.
Right.
Because this is a PPR league. I know he get a lot of PPR points. That's why I was thinking, it would be a better start than Blount. Now that Dab Lewis is back and White is back there with Blount, and Blount's just like he's just a rundown receiver. I mean, a rundown running back. He doesn't really stay on the field as much. But Chris Thompson don't either.
Yeah, he really doesn't, and he's got a very tough matchup. Not that Blunt's matchup is not very good against Seattle, but.
Yeah, well, the thing about Blunt is when the Patriots get ahead, they tend to just hand him the ball 20 times in a row.
Right. They're just like...
I can see in a PPR where you may want to play a guy who's going to catch more, and it's really not going to be Blunt. But, I'm not sure that I would play him in this scenario. But who did you have besides Thompson as a choice?
It was Blunt, Ingram, and Thompson.
Oh, you have to sit one.
Yeah. I wouldn't sit Ingram.
No, you're not going to sit Ingram.
He's playing Denver. It's terrible. I mean, all these guys have bad matchups. It's Denver, Seattle, and Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play the best players. So
who are you sitting?
I'm sitting Chris Thompson.
Yeah, I agree. I understand what you're saying about him being able to contribute in the passing game. But let's take a look and see what Thompson has been doing.
The last 2 games, he's caught quite a few passes, 12 to be exact. He had 40 yards and 27 yards in those respectively. But he's got no touchdowns in those games, right? He's got no touchdowns since week 4 against Cleveland.
Right.
So, yeah, not a huge fan.
Yeah, I mean,
I got one more. I got 2 more. As far as my tight end, either Zach Ertz or Brick from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ertz had a game. He had a pretty good game last week. Didn't get in the end zone, but he was close to 100 yards. Brait, on the other hand, has been maybe not playing like a man on fire, but he's been putting up bigger numbers than Ertz has lately.
Let's see. He's scored in 2 straight. Brait has. Of course.
Remember, it's a PPR league.
Yep. It's probably for me. I would probably play Ertz. Just because of the matchup, and they're going to have to throw a lot. He's going to have to be involved.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, I don't really see Ertz being a problem. I would. He's like Lyle said. He's really one of the only guys that Wentz can count on to actually catch the ball.
He's the only person who can catch the freaking football.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best receivers one of the best receivers on the Eagles is still in the practice squad.
He is.
Yeah.
Call up Paul Turner.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, guy. Go ahead, man.
I have a wide receiver question. So I started Mike Wallace already. He gave me 9 points. I need to know. I got Inman from San Diego Chargers and Kenny Britt starting, but I also have Allen Hurns on my bench and Snead on my bench. Do you think that was a good idea, leaving Inman and Kenny Britt? Or should I Allen Hurns or Snead?
I really like Kenny Britt, so I think you're good there. I would definitely play Snead though. I would play Snead over Inman. Yeah.
Yeah, Inman is not. I mean, even with Benjamin being limited, he was still the third most productive receiver on that team last week.
I mean, they throw a lot, but he's got only 1 touchdown on the season. There are several games where he's had a single reception.
Right.
That stuff scares me.
Yeah, Snead on the other hand is one of the best quarterbacks in the game, throwing him the football this week, and
Mm-hmm. Now he hasn't been lighting it up all that much either lately, but I think he's got a better shot than
higher ceiling.
Yeah, much higher ceiling than Inman does.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man, and have a good week.
I'm sure. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you. All right, then. Hey, you know what? We do. Somebody sent us a tweet earlier.
Oh, really?
Tanner said, hey, hoping you guys can get this during a lull in the call-in show. So pick 3 of these. You ready? It's a PPR. You got T. Williams, Marshall. I assume that's Brandon Marshall. So it's Tyrell Williams, Brandon Marshall, Julian Edelman, Hopkins, Cooks. Pick 3.
In a PPR.
Right. So I'm taking Marshall.
Marshall.
I'm taking Cooks.
Cooks. It's between Edelman, Hopkins, and Williams. Oh.
Williams has been playing well,
He
man.
has. Well,
he's getting targets, catches, and yards, and scores. Edelman and Hopkins.
Man, how is this even a question with DeAndre Hopkins in there? That makes me crazy.
Well, if it was just a matter of names, it should be Hopkins, but
I think it's probably Williams.
I do too. Looking at his, the guy's got, in the last 3, 10, 6, and 7 targets. He did have a 1-catch game against Denver, but that's against Denver, right? Yeah. Against Tennessee, 65 yards and a touchdown. He's got 3 on the season. Yeah, I think it's going to be Williams, dude.
Yeah, I think it's Williams, too.
There you go. So there you go, Tanner. Hope you're listening, or we'll listen later. So there you have it. We got to your question. Yeah. All right. So do we have any emails to get to this week?
We do have one.
All right.
No one can tell I'm a dog, says. Half Peeper, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Healthy backs are Hightower, Howard, Dwan Harris, and Procease. Healthy wide receivers are Diggs, Robinson, Cooks, Matthews. How do you set this up? Thanks for what you do. So
You're
we
welcome.
need 2 running backs out of Hightower, Howard, Dwan Harris, and Procease. Howard's one of them.
Yeah.
If Christian Michael doesn't play, Procease might be a...
yeah.
Or is it Procise? How do you say it?
I've heard it both ways. I'll just say Procise. You know what, dude? Even with Ingram back playing last week, Hightower had a game.
Yeah, but if Christian Michael doesn't play, he is currently questionable.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I would play Howard and Hightower.
Howard and Hightower?
Yeah. And keep an eye on the Christian Michael situation and maybe make a change there. But I'm confident that Hightower's going to continue to produce. New Orleans. Yeah, it's a tough matchup, but he contributes in the passing game as well. So. All
right, I'll give it to you.
Thanks.
All right, wide receivers. We need 2. We do have a flex too. We have Diggs, Robinson, Cooks, Matthews. This is actually pretty easy. It's going to be Diggs, Cooks, and Matthews. Oh, wait a minute. Is it Jordan or is it Rashard? Not Jordan.
Right.
Rashard Matthews I would play, but not Jordan Matthews.
So you're going to sit Robinson there?
I would.
And you're going to flex Matthews. That's fine.
If it's
Rashard Matthews, not Jordan Matthews. Yeah. Otherwise, if that's the case, if it's a flex, I may roll the dice on as PPR though. I may roll the dice on Robinson there.
Yeah, sure. But if it's Rashard Matthews, I would play him.
There you go.
Instead. Okay, good stuff.
Back to Twitter. Manual Man says, standard half-point PPR, Marshall or Ty or LaFell. Need one of the 3. Assume Brandon, Marshall. Ty, would that be Ty Montgomery?
Ty
Williams?
Or Ty Williams.
Probably Ty Williams is Tyrell, so I've never heard him called Ty. So I would say Ty Montgomery.
Or is it T.Y. Hilton?
Or T.Y. All right. Well, okay. So if it's T.Y. Hilton, then for me it's Marshall and T.Y. Hilton. If it's Ty Montgomery, then it's Marshall and Ty Montgomery for me.
Okay.
If it's Ty Williams, then it's Marshall and Ty Williams for me. I like all those guys better than LaFell.
You're just sitting LaFell straight across.
Yeah, I mean, with another scenario, I might play LaFell, but of those 3 guys, I would rather play those 3 guys than LaFell. You got a differing opinion there, Chachi?
No, I don't. But
well, you sounded like you were about to.
I'm just mulling it over.
All right.
Yeah, in my dome.
If you want to give us a call, you can do that, 650-733-8334, your number to call. Hey, you know what? We were talking about DraftKings before, and, as we said, fantasy football this year has been nothing but injuries and bye weeks, and it's really been brutal on fantasy football.
It sure has, and Kevin's sleeper picks, as I've said before many times, are still sleeping.
They are, and it sucks. Well, it's not too late to save your season and win huge cash prizes at DraftKings.com.
Playing at DraftKings, that means no season-long commitments.
And never again will injuries have you combing the waiver wire.
That's right. Every week is a brand new season at DraftKings.
Pick your contest, draft your team, follow the action live.
Try those 50-50 contests out where top half of all entries win cash.
Even if your current fantasy team is dying a slow, painful death, you can still win huge cash prizes at DraftKings.
Don't wait. Start your new season at DraftKings.com now.
Use promo code GUYS and play free with your first deposit.
That's code GUYS, GUYS, to play free for your share of over $1 million in total prizes this weekend.
Only at DraftKings.com. Eligibility restrictions may apply. See the website for details. Hey, looking at the website, did you get to all of the questions?
I did. So one of those ties is on a buy.
Oh, are they?
I was like, wait, what?
Wait, which tie is on a buy?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton
is on a
probably
buy.
is.
You know what? I still may play him over LaFell. But no, I wouldn't. So yeah, I appreciate that. That's what we're talking about. You know, we don't have producers in here going,
yeah,
T.Y. Hilton's on a buy.
Yeah,
so you can't pick T.Y. Hilton. You know, so yeah, we don't have, you know, young James is on the phones, but he's not saving us from ourselves like those dudes at the network.
Yeah, and I have the buy teams up in a window. I just didn't have it open. So
I don't have the buy teams up in a window.
No, I did.
So anyway, there you have it. If you want to give us a ring, did I mention 650-733-TFFG is your number to call?
Let me see if the website has any questions.
Did you get T-Dub 77's question?
Yeah.
And pictures of some art of Padme.
Padme, yeah, that was the last one, I think, right?
And of course the movie where our girl was playing a stripper.
Oh yeah, what was the name of that movie?
I don't know.
Clive Owen was in it. I only remember that part.
Yeah, I actually didn't see the movie. I've just looked at the parts where she's dancing.
Yeah,
Natalie Portman. Anyway, so okay. I
guess if nobody's going to call us,
we can start our weekends. I guess, right?
Bye, bitches.
All right. Well, you know what? This happens, man. As people get to the end of their seasons,
yeah,
and they kind of give up on trying to win, which you should never do. You should always try to win. I mean, I've got a couple teams that are stinkers, and I continue to try to win.
Me too.
It happens.
Yeah,
but
sort of.
I really want to see if I can win out. You know, okay, my team sucks, but I'm going to work the wire, and I'm going to make some moves, and I'm going to see if I can win out, just to spite the rest of the people in the league.
You won't.
I won't, but I'm going to try. I'm always going to try. All right, we'll be back. I'll be back Tuesday for the waiver wire show, which is getting thinner and thinner, as you would imagine.
Closer was the name of the movie.
There you go. Thank you, person in the chat room.
Yeah, actually, Captain Hyphen did it too.
There you go. Then we'll be back Wednesday with the Week 11 preview. Lyle back on Thursday/Friday. Usually Friday morning now.
I have a window.
I understand. You keep not missing the window on Thursday. That's okay. It allows more questions to come in. That's all.
It does.
And then, of course, back Saturday with this here call-in show. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the games. I hope your team wins unless you're playing me.
Right.
That's how it goes. All right. Have a good weekend. See ya.
Love you, mean it. Oh.